Hello everyone, and thank you very much for tuning in. I, of course, am Rotype. Welcome back to Factorio Cities, where I did another redesign of this area. I know it probably looks almost exactly the same, but I quit that whole quadruple line stuff, and sequential columns are just going to share off of one conveyor belt, because that makes this splitting system down here much easier. So I spent far too much time redoing this, but now it's all redone and it's a lot cleaner. We don't have a bunch of craziness going on down here. I also cleaned up our old spaghetti lab space down here. As you can see, this is all missing. I put a bunch of lights down here to remind myself that I have a ton of inserters in this box, but I left the transport belt box up here. I've got some gears. Actually, I want to leave an inserter here just so I need to grab gears. I can limit that like that. And then down here I have our nanobots production area still kind of moving along. I'm actually going to grab one stack just to leave in my nanobot emitter. But from here, I think we're finally kind of done rearranging this. I put in all the splitter connections for the remaining science. So you should be able to just kind of line it up on these belts and it should go through automatically. Now, if we look at our research queue here, you can see we're fast approaching the end of red and green only science things, science researches. So we're going to need to very quickly get blue science going, which means oil. So that's where we're going to start moving in this episode. I am going to avoid this, the sticky notes and what was this, something like nanobot logistic connections for now, just because I haven't fiddled with them yet. I'm not sure exactly how they work. So until then, I want to avoid the confusion of having whatever, they produce. I'm sure they're simple enough, but I just want to keep things clean if possible. So we'll run back down this way. Now, blue science is unfortunately going to happen farther down because it's going to happen past the refineries. So the next thing I think will be to get the refineries built so we know where exactly we can do blue science. And actually, now that I think about it, we can actually do a gray science construction in here before oil, because if I remember correctly, gray science does not require oil. Now, before I do that, it looks like we are not producing all the green science we can. These are all not running at all. I wonder why that is. What's your deal? You are occasionally lacking iron gear wheel. Why is that? Why have you stopped? We just not getting enough iron down the belt? Let's take a look at our iron throughput. It's pretty sparse, kind of gets peeled off. Yeah, it looks like our iron throughput is not sufficient for everything we're running right now. So how are we doing down here? Obviously, yeah, so this is saturating, or at least as much as possible without the underground belt trick there. We're saturating our single iron belt and shutting off a bunch of furnaces and not getting enough iron down the bus, which is causing our science to not run. So that'll have to be another fix we do here shortly. I'm gonna go up here and grab the car. This is the appropriate number of machines though, in the proper ratio. If I remember correctly, let's check. This is 12 to 10, 12 to 20. Nope, so we need to double this up to make our proper ratio, because the proper ratio is 12 to 10 red science. Let's make sure I did this correctly. Yeah, so we have 22, two of them are gears. So we need to double up our green science machines, which means we need another place to put them. So I need another 12. And if I double that, I need another inserter machine, and we're going to use the other half of the transport belt machine. So I can use the other, or duplicate the inserter machine pretty easily enough. Let's just do, this is going to go like that. Yeah, that's pretty clean. And we'll get ourselves another inserter machine. Now, of course, this is not running properly at the moment, but we'll get there. I'm going to turn this down and see if I can kind of just barely sneak this in. Aha! Brilliant. So we'll go here and here. And this should get everything running. What am I missing? Gear wheels. Oh, because I just need to do that. Good, so now we have 2 inserter machines and 1 whole transfer machine. And again, just to make sure, This is 12. So I need 24 green machines to run off of this input if it were coming in at maximum capacity, which is obviously not. So we have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Get rid of these blueprints. So that would be 20. This rock is in the way. And I need more assembly machines. What do I need to build even more? I need iron plate. All right, let's go get some iron plate. And frankly, probably half of that is going into these things like gear wheels. Here we go. How about now? Just need some regular old iron plate. All right, that's fine. Go back and get it. All right, so we'll make a bunch more of these guys. This was 20, if I remember correctly. 21, 22, 23. Oops, line it up. 24. How about that? I think this should work. Let's give them all their recipe and count. So there is 21. Oh, I must have miscounted. So if 21 goes to here, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh, great. So I can just tick that off and it'll be even. I like that even better. Now continuing with the theme here, I'm going to go ahead and let's see, where do I want the light poles? I know I keep calling them light poles, but the electric poles, light poles, all the same. If I could tick this over too, is that going to mess everything up? What if I do, ooh, wait, yeah. This is unfortunate. How about 1 over? And these can go 1 over as well. Oops. That way everything stays lined up nicely. Good. I just realized I placed these too far away, but that might actually be okay because then I can run another belt in here and take the green science out this way. So fortuitous accident, that will work just fine. Now we want these here and these here. Let's just go down and make sure this is all set up appropriately. That appears to be correct output. So this is going to output on the wrong side, but that's fine. I'll just take it around. This will go here. And then when this comes down, it just has to go in on that side of the belt. That's just fine. Now, as far as input goes, this should be simple enough, especially with the electric poles out of the way. Give myself another power pole here and another power pole here. We'll get this put in just so I can fix the wiring the way I want it. I don't want you connected there. And good. Okay, that should be fine. Now, if we had far and away enough iron coming in, maybe this would work. Let's see, let's get this one. This one's running, so we should watch its output. Make sure it goes in the right place. Comes around, goes in, and it's on the same side. Excellent. Now let's count again. We have 20 plus 4, that's 24. And 24 green science goes with 20 red science, of which we have 20. Excellent. All right, and this leaves us a nice little corner space here for my aesthetic reasons to build a turnaround or some kind of, oops, cul-de-sac type area. So I will just give it one space here. And you know what? Let's just connect it into the main area. Call this and then give it maybe 2 space. There we go. This is our parking lot. If we're coming to inspect red or green science, you come in, you park here, inspect, and then you can leave any number of ways. I don't think I like this though. I want to give it a little bit more space here. Actually, yeah, so it's 1 off. Let's give it 1 more. There you go. I like it. Then you kind of say, all right, I'm done here. Off we go. Hopefully you don't run into any poles on the way. Whoop. Gonna need to get a little better at driving, but whoops, and stopping the car. But, whoops. It's not half bad. I did not mean for the robots to do that. I thought they would just repair. Yeah, okay, now go repair this, please. Thank you. All right, so now we have red and green science in the proper ratios. Everything's great. Let's start on the gray science, because as I said, we can get some gray science in without any more inputs. We don't have to wait for oil or anything like that. So gray science, let's see. I want to continue this ratio. I need 20 military science, gray science machines, which are going to require quite a bit of input. So this might take up probably the rest of this block, which I'm kind of okay with because I don't have really anything else that needs to go in this block. So we'll go ahead and get ready for, and by that I definitely need a bunch more assembling machines. So we're going to need 20 military science machines, which means we need 16 turret machines and 6 bullet machines. Now, if I remember correctly, they're piercing bullets, so that has some prerequisites of its own. Let's go ahead and look here. Oh, and grenade. Yeah, okay. So how many grenades? I need another 16 grenade machines. So this is going to be pretty significant undertaking here. So let's see how I want to design this. Let's start with grenades, I think, because they just need iron plate and coal. So I'll come up here. I'll start, sure, on this level seems fine. And how about there? Ooh, it's 15. That doesn't quite fit. That's unfortunate. All right, we're gonna have to fold up a little bit or start a little bit closer. Let's see. If I start actually kind of right, how about, is that too close? Shouldn't be. So 1. $16 still doesn't quite fit. If I move this down, is it going to be in the RoboPort? Yeah, it's in the RoboPort. Well, that sucks. All right, we're going to have to do a double column of 8 then. And since we're doing a double column, I might leave a little more space to the front of the block. Little building setback, I believe it's called in real industry. Now, it's kind of dark over here. So I think I'm making lights somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Got a bunch of lights. Don't like when it's dark. All right, how do we want to plan the lights? Let's just say there, every other will go, let's see, skip one here, skip one here. And then on this end, we'll go kind of the every other, and we'll stick one in there. Yeah, that'll do the job. Is this one necessary? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. So that gets some lights, and we'll try again with our grenades. Hopefully this one will actually work. Let's start even with this just to make it look kind of nice. And we'll give it one more space. 8. 8. So that should be 16 if I did my, whoops. Ha! That was the wrong button. Spewing underground belts everywhere. All right, shift 5, please. 16. Okay, so these are our grenades. They're going to come out here in the middle, which means if I clear this so it stops blinking at me, we need coal and iron plate to kind of come in on. We could probably go on a single belt. Let's try it, see if it's going to be a problem. Bring this around and down this side. This will be grenades, please. And get some inserters. Out, 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 in. Go, and this side. Grenades, grenades, grenades. All right, here we go. Now let's see if I can keep my power in some semblance of sense. It'd be nice if I could keep this kind of box design. Let's try this and this. How well will this hold up? Not super well. But I think we can survive just by moving the inserters when required. Go here and here. This one unfortunately also requires an inserter to be moved. What can you do? All right. So it's all powered. It's not lit yet, but that's fine. We will try to get, let's see, I want iron on one side and coal on the other. Whoops. So we'll bring the iron up here, I think, and do the merge right here. Coal will come up here. Just like that. Coal and iron. Now iron luckily is right here. That's easy. Coal on the other hand is not even on the bus, I don't think. So we're gonna have to deal with that in a moment. And it's gonna be coming from probably way down here. So somewhere at least that far down. This is steel and red. We have green. Yeah, down here is going to be coal and other kind of miscellaneous things. The fluids are going to be down there too. The coal will have to come from down there. All right. Let's just get this kick-started by grabbing a little bit of coal from here. Unfortunately, I can't do that this way. So let's do this and then dump the wood back in there. Anything else I picked up I don't want? Sure, let's give them boxes to burn and telephone poles. Yeah, all right. So from here, I want to just give you a bunch of coal. I'm going to get the grenades out. Now, I have 16 grenade machines. The next thing I need is 6 bullet machines. Now, these 6 bullet machines, here we go. I believe, if I remember correctly, yeah, it looks like one of these firearm magazines will power 3 piercing rounds magazines. So I need 2 firearm magazines to run 6 piercing round magazines. That's a pretty easy ratio to do. So from here we'll go, let's see, hopefully this will fit in neatly. 2 of these can run 6. We'll go up here and say, you know what? Why don't I stack them on top? Try to use a little vertical space. So I need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, was that 7? 2, 2, so yeah, okay. Get rid of that guy. You are piercing rounds. And you are regular firearm rounds. They only need iron. Okay, that's simple enough. This is iron. Oops, there we go. Iron is easy enough to go get. Didn't give these enough space. Really should just, even though there's not going to be anything here, rather keep it clean like that. Ah, I'm at transport belt. Easy enough to go grab some more of that. All right, so now we're stretching our meager iron supply even further. Get this headed up here. Now, what do the piercing rounds need? They need steel and copper and these regular firearm magazines. So how do I want to get these firearm magazines up here? I think I want to do it probably not the way you would have thought. I'm going to go back out this way. Go into a underground here. Just under this. And then down this way. That way I can save the other side for exactly what I want. These will go in, and in. There we go, and I'll dump the extra firearm magazine I picked up. So this will be input, and this will be output of the piercing rounds. Now, as usual, we're gonna have to figure out what to do about power. Oh, luckily that, oops, will fit nicely just on the outside edge. Excellent. So input is going to be here, here, and here. Output using the long-handled there, and there, which means this needs one more. And I also need, while I have them selected and I'm here, get some lights. So let's place these. Sure, the outsides here are fine, there and there. Then we'll go ahead and stick some, yeah, every other seems to be my kind of scheme here. So technically it should be one in there, but it's good enough. All right, so what does this need? This needs the copper and the steel on this belt in halves. So this will go to here. Copper on one side and steel on the other. I don't know that I care which side is which. Let's go take a look. I think it'll be easier if I do the closer first. So it looks like copper is first. So copper is going to be here. And then steel, which if I remember correctly is here on the bus, will come along that way. Now, unfortunately, I don't remember where steel is. We got it on the bus yet. How far down it's gone. It's gonna zoom out and take a look. We have a little ways to go. Might be a bit of a hike. And I have no underground. Well, let's make a couple of those. And chase our steel. This is the wrong way. That way, please. Where are you, steel? There it is. Okay, let's go grab the steel. And I'll get this running, but unfortunately I have to take a break here. So in between episodes, I will finish running this steel up and get our piercing rounds being made. And in the next episode, we will finish up Gray Science and move on to the next best thing. So as always, thank you all very much for watching. My name's been Rotype, and I'll see you next time.